All right, I'm here with David Azizi from the law offices of David Azizi, and we're going to discuss something very important, especially to those who do not have health insurance or medical coverage. A lot of times if they get into an accident or they have an injury, they kind of don't want to go to the doctor because they don't have the money to afford it. And we all know it's not cheap to go to a doctor. Heaven forbid we have to go to the emergency room with no health coverage. We may be filing bankruptcy after that. And it's very unfortunate because a lot of times when an injury happens, it's not necessarily the victim's fault. They just feel that they don't have the money nor the financial means to go to the person or to go to the ER or to just even a medical doctor. But fortunately, David Azizi's office will help those who don't necessarily have a significant amount of cash to go, nor do they have health coverage. So explain how the lien process works, David.
Well, the lien process is a method where a group of doctors or doctors who are willing to work on a lien basis provide medical care to the patient. The patient ultimately remains liable for whatever services are being provided. The exception is, per the lien agreement, which is something the patient or the client signs as well as the lawyer, there's a representation made to the doctor that at the end of the case, hopefully once they are successful and recover the compensation that they deserve, out of that compensation, the doctor's bill gets paid as well. So it's kind of like telling the doctors, look, don't bill me, but put it on hold until the case is over. And a lot of times that is helpful, like you said, with clients who don't have health insurance. And in some cases, we have clients who have health insurance, but they have a high deductible, like $5,000. And they're like, look, I've been injured. I'm out of a job. I can't afford to pay any money. Any money that I have, I need to preserve it and keep it for necessities of my life, paying rent, food, gas, car, just to be able to survive until they can recover from their cases. And unfortunately, with all the economic problems that we're having, the court systems are getting backed up, so some cases could take a year to 2 years before you even get to a point to where you can settle. You need to wait for the client to, have treatment for their injuries. So a lot of times, even if they do have health insurance, the lien program provides a way for them to be able to see a medical doctor and get the type of care that they need and avoid potentially having to pay their copay or having to pay the deductible that they have. Now, with Obamacare, it's new. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with that because everybody now is going to have to be required to have health insurance. One of the problems that I foresee happening in that circumstance is people having medical care, but it would be something like an HMO type of medical care, where in order for them to try to get access to a specialist or a doctor, they're going to have to go through the process of seeing a general doctor, and then waiting for the general doctor to prescribe for them to see a specialist, and then depending on when the specialist is available for them to see it, potentially, I don't know, we'll wait and see, it'll be a month or month and a half before that person is able to see a specialist, and in the meantime they're suffering. The lien process, you can set up a time with the doctor right away, and they can go see the doctor right away and get the treatment that they need. Now, of course, the defense on the other side always like, well, you need to mitigate your damages, and why did you go and get medical care on a lien basis? But I think most jurors understand that this person was in pain. It's not like a regular doctor visit to where they can wait a month or some time to get the medical care that they need. They need to see a doctor right away. So in our experience, jurors side with us and say, yeah, it's reasonable for him to have gone out of their health insurance to get the type of medical care they need on a lien basis. So that's a lien in a nutshell for you.
That's very valuable information because there are going to be people that still don't have health insurance or medical coverage, and that's just, it's part of this country, it's part of the way it works. So if you are in that situation, if you've had a personal injury or you've had a situation, please feel free to contact the law offices of David Azizi. You will find the phone number in the YouTube video above, and you will find it in the information below. Thank you for your time, David.
All right, thank you.